So object is basically what? Object is a instance that is created at a runtime. Okay, and it is used to allocate memory to variables. Okay, so how we can create object? Let me open the Eclipse. Okay, I'm just going to this PC, C drive, and then Eclipse. Okay, then this exe. Okay. So how can we create objects? See, object is basically created in this fashion. Class name. This is the syntax basically. Class name, then object name equals to new, and then class name. Sorry, class name. Then with this bracket. This section is known as a constructor. Okay, I'll also let you know about a constructor, how we can call constructor, how we can create constructor. New is used for dynamic memory allocation. New is a variable which is used for dynamic memory allocation. Then we are having a object name. Object name is a user defined value. You can define any user defined value. And then a class name. Class name is your class. Okay. Now, how we can create a basic program. So let me close everything. Okay, I'm again going to this section. Okay, so yeah, this one. Okay, now I'm just going to create a new class. Okay, that is inside a package. I'm just going with a default package as discussed. Right now there is no package. We are going with a default package. Now the class name which I'm firing is a first or a main class. Okay, we cannot create any class with main. That is not suggestible because main is already a keyword in Java. Okay. Now this is our class. Let me check. I think that is working perfectly fine. This out. Yeah, and then we have hi from main. Looks nice. Now let me check this program. Okay, we are having hi from. I'm going to create another class. So how we can create a class? So I'm just going to class with an like I'm just creating class with XYZ, or XYZ is not a good name. I'm just writing addition. Looks nice. Now, okay, this is perfect. This is a blank class. Okay, now we need to provide a method inside that class. How can we provide a method? Okay, to provide a method to this class, I'm just going to create any user defined method. Public void show. Any method name can be anything. What is public? What is void? That we'll also going to discuss. Void is a return type that is having a null value right now. Okay, and then public is also for a scope variable. Now, I'm just going to print anything. Like I'm just printing sys out hi from show. Okay, let me save this. That will not going to print. Okay, that will not, I mean, comes at console. Why? Because memory is not allocated to this specific block. Okay, to this block. Okay, so how we can allocate memory? Okay, how we can allocate memory? So we are having two stuff. Either we can go with a static keyword. Okay, either we can go with a static keyword. Okay, or we can go with object creation. So I'm just going with how to create an object. Okay, so I'm just going to create object right now. So what is the class name? See, what is the beauty of Eclipse? You are just going to press Control space and you are getting some suggestion. On that suggestion, you can find that do we have any class name appear? Yes, we have our class name. That is addition. Okay, this is a public class. Okay, now let me create this protected. Saving this. Again, I'm going to press Control space. Now, again, this is addition appear there. Okay, let me discuss that method that I'm going to discuss in the upcoming session, or maybe in this session. Now I'm just going to create the object. So Control space, I'm just click on this addition. Now object name can be anything. I'm just writing XYZ equals to new, Control space, and then again addition, semicolon. This section is known as a constructor. I'll also let you know what is the benefit of constructor. Now, if I'm going to run this, right click, run as Java application. So we are not getting anything. Remember, we are not getting anything at this step. Okay, but when we're going to use constructor, then we'll get something at this step. Okay, now let me call that method with xyz dot. Dot operator is used to call method. Okay, remember one thing, dot operator is used to call your method with class name or maximize this or object. Okay, so right now we are working with object structure, so that's why we are using xyz dot. Now there is a multiple methods. These all are the methods of object class. We need to search method of our class, so that is the addition. Right now I'm just going to click on this addition, and then let me save this page. Okay, I'm going to run this section. So you can find I'm getting high from show. Remember one thing, xyz is a object. Okay, that is an object value. Okay, so let me print that value. So we will get uh, some value like that value can be addition at the rate, some value. Let me print that xyz. I'm not going to call this method right now. I'm just going to print xyz. So let me run this. Okay. So we are getting addition at the rate, some value 776 cc. This is object value. Okay, I mean in C we are having pointer, but in Java we are having object as a reference variable. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this section. Now, okay, let me run this again. Now, what is the benefit of constructor? What exactly constructor is? Okay, what are the other stuffs? Okay, now how can we perform another operation? So rest of the operations are same like in a core Java. I mean, in a previous program, you can perform addition over there. You can perform subtraction, anything you can perform. Now let me save this again. I'm just going to let you know about that what exactly constructor is. So constructor is what? Constructor is a method with a same class name. Remember one thing. This is the definition of constructor. Constructor is a method with a same class name. Constructor does not have any return type. Okay, it means if you are going to provide any return type to constructor, so that will not accept. So what exactly constructor is? We are having public and then addition. Okay, so that is known as a constructor. You can see there is no error right now. Okay, you can provide a method. I'm from constructor block. Okay, so do we need anything to print this line? No. If the object is created for this specific section, okay, then you can call them. Okay, I mean that will call by default. Okay, see that will fetch from line number 25. Remember one thing, in every programming language, programming done like this. Okay, as I told you, we can say a equals to 10. Okay, it means the value of a is 10 right now. We cannot say that 10 equals to a. Okay, that is not possible, right? So first memory is allocated. It means if we call this section, okay, then we will get something. I am from constructor block. So let me run this. See, this we are getting by default. Okay, because this is the constructor. When you created the object, then the constructor will be called. Okay, that is called here. Okay, we do not need any method. We do not need anything because constructor will be called automatically when we created the object. Okay, now let me try to provide any return type. Okay, so we'll get a message from Eclipse. So what is that? See, you can see we are getting a message. Change to constructor or configure problem severity. So we are not going with this section. So I'm just going with a change to constructor. Let me do this. Now that is constructor. Okay, and that is calling in this block. So this is known about a constructor. Now, what exactly is static block is? What is the benefit of a static block? I'm just going to remove constructor from this code. Okay, now what I can do, I can remove this line as well. Okay, so xyz is of no use because there is no object variable. Now this is again a simple program. So let me run this application. So again, we are getting high from main. Now, why we are getting this? Because the object is not created. Now, in that case, how can we call this? So earlier I told you that we are having two approaches. So what are these two approaches? So these two approaches are either we can use with a class name or a object name. So object name can be used when we are creating an object, and a class name can be used in the terms of a static variable. So let me show you. That is a static. So what is static? Static is a variable which is used to allocate memory before compilation of any program. So we are having public static void show. Right. Now, okay, let me remove this static. So if I'm writing the class name main class dot, then we are getting, okay, not main class, addition, sorry, addition dot. So we are only getting a suggestion. Okay, that's some suggestion like this. Okay, but we need show. So how can we get show? I'm just going to write static and then saving this section. Now let me, yeah, control space. Now we are getting show. Show is also a method of this addition class right now. Okay, and this is a static method. That's why it's showing here. See, this S is saying that this is a static method. Okay, so I'm just going to use double click. Then I'm just going to save this, right click, run as a Java application. Right, now we are getting output high from main, and then we are getting high from show. So show is from this is a static method, you can see. Okay, now that is it for today, I think.